Assalamualaikum and a very good day to students of MECR0013 Cryptography online distance learning. This is a prerequisite course for your Master of Cybersecurity, right? This cryptography and also computer security. So actually, I've actually recorded our first chapter, but unfortunately, I forgot to on the mic. So, take two. All right, so let me share this slide. This is the first slide from, hold on. Okay, mute. Okay, stop video. No, okay, you can see me and my mic is on. Okay, sharing. I can just laugh. Oh, okay, wait. Not this. I'm actually ready for the. Okay, let me pause a bit. Yeah, so I actually was ready to do my second chapter, but then I realized, luckily I waited for the for the playback to see how it goes as a chapter. If not, I've done two chapters mute. Okay, the first chapter, introduction. Yeah, this is from the book by Behruz Peruzan, Cryptography and Network Security. All right. So, what is cryptography all about? You cannot escape cryptography. Cryptography comes from computer security. Yeah, from computer security. So you're also learning computer security this semester as your prerequisite course. So from computer security, for undergraduate, they learn computer security first, then they learn cryptography. So this introduction is actually to talk about how we go from computer security, yeah, the relationship between computer security and cryptography. So what are the security goals? So from the security goals, we're going to look at the attacks, we're going to look at the services and the mechanism. Let's go. I think, yeah, as a non-security person, most of you are, you need to memorize this and take this to heart. Security goals, there are three things. CIA, you know, the CIA from America, FBI, CIA, CIA. Confidentiality, integrity, and also availability. All right. Confidentiality, secret. How do we make our messages secret? Integrity. How do we make sure our data is not modified and the user, the person who sent the data, is really who he says he is? And availability is making sure that our product, our services can be used by the user without interruption. Availability. So these are the security. Yeah, maybe you're thinking, okay, wait, why is availability under security? Yeah, because you're thinking about, like, for example, Maybank to you, right? You must make sure that in order for you to provide security, you must make sure that it is available all the time. But usually there's a trade-off between availability and security, because during those non-availability, yeah, maybe, yeah, people are trying to attack you, right? So, but however, however, availability is not covered under cryptography. We only cover these two, confidentiality and integrity. These two are under cryptography. Yeah. So what is confidentiality? It is the most common aspect of information security. Most of the time, when we talk about security, we want to secure it. Secure it how? Make it secret. Make it, have confidence, confidentiality. We need to protect our confidential information. We don't want people to read our exam papers before the day, right? We want to make sure that our password is kept secret. We want to make sure that our banking number, our banking account number, or credit card number, or our credit CCV number is not shared People can just use our credit card to buy things, right? So an organization needs to guard against those malicious action. Yeah, people out there, a lot, they're going to do a lot of attack, masquerade, snooping, yeah, change of data and all, etc. So confidentiality is the most important. And I can say about 60% of the course, we're going to focus on how can cryptography provides confidentiality. Okay. The second one, integrity. Just as important, information needs to be changed constantly. Our account, our banking amount, our needs to be changed constantly, right? Yesterday we received our salary. Today, 90% gone. Kan? We pay all our debts. But we must make sure that we are paying the actual number. For example, if your monthly payment for your car is 1,500, let's make sure that actual 1,500 only is deposited into your loan account, not another person, a malicious person, don't just change it to 2,000 and they don't pocket all those 2,000. They actually pay that 1,500 so that your bank is not suspicious. You are not suspicious because if you don't pay that 1,500, the bank is going to call you. Then you know, wow, then you're going to check your account, right? But if they pay that 1,500, but they pocket the difference because they took from you 2,000. So that 500 is there. So normally, I think most of you, we don't check our account, isn't it? But we should, right? So we must make sure, yeah, that the integrity is kept. Integrity means the changes needs to be done only by authorized entities and only through authorized mechanism, right? The bank is the only one that can take away our money, or we ourselves when we deposit from ATM, or we transfer through touch and go or grab and so on. Yeah. So these two, confidentiality, integrity. But availability, no. But let me just go over it. Information created and stored by an organization needs to be available to authorized entities. Yeah. So information needs to be constantly changed, which means it must be accessible to authorized entities. So all the time, because people might do banking at midnight. But remember, Maybank to you, I think it's shut down at midnight, right? Because at that time they're doing batch processing, they're making sure, they're rolling and everything. So how can, if changes are made during that, how can we make sure when it's up again, everything is back to normal? So that is availability. Yeah, but it's not covered under cryptography. So if we know about the goals, CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, let's look at what are the attacks that can threaten that goal. What are the attacks that can stop us from achieving confidentiality, from achieving integrity, from achieving availability? So these are the three categories: threat to confidentiality. First, there are two. There are many more, but let's look at the main ones. Two threats to confidentiality. We have snooping and also traffic analysis. All right, we have snooping and traffic analysis. Okay, so what is snooping? You know, in the exam, your friend next to you are trying to look at your exam answer, but okay, no, that's my answer. Yeah, people are snooping. So, right, you're trying to keep your answer secret. You don't want your friends trying to copy your answer. So that's snooping. So we talk about when we talk about cryptography, it's things on the internet, things online, yeah, things on the wire, on the internet, on the network, in the network. So snooping, we're talking about people who actually, people can actually open your data on your PC or on the receiver side or during transmission. Okay, snooping. Second is traffic analysis. Okay, in traffic analysis, in the network, when you send data, the packet is sent through multiple switches, multiple router, multiple PCs sometimes, yeah, from sender to receiver. So in traffic analysis, you put a packet sniffer, like Wireshark. Have you heard of it? Wireshark or TCP dump, right? Yeah, packet sniffer, where they sniff, like a dog, they sniff things. So on the network, they park your Wireshark, your tool, your packet sniffer tool, in between the transmission, in between the point, in the point between the transmission, and then it can capture the packet and read it and then retransmit. So that you must remember, they are not trying to how to say, to take away your document. If not, then it's missing. But what they want is just to read the document. That's where the secret. They want to know, okay. And then they do something about it. You still know the answer. You still get the document. But you don't know that the document have been shared by other people who is not privy to the, is it privy or privy? To the conversation, traffic analysis. So that is threat to confidentiality because it can expose your secret. Okay. The second category is threat to integrity. In threat to integrity is more on the integrity of the person and also the integrity of the data, the message. So modification is more on what? The person, the entity, or the message. Yeah, modification is more on the message because you want to make sure that the message hasn't been modified. Yeah. So if the will says 3% should receive the inheritance, that 3% should receive it. Yeah. If someone wants to change the will, it should be an authorized person, like the person who has the money, right? Your father. But if somebody else change it, like your uncle wants to have your inheritance, they change from your name to his name, and that's modification, and that's not allowed, right? Cannot. So we must make sure. Or how can cryptography stop modification? Okay. Masquerading is more on the entity, on the user. People pretending to be you. So people pretending to be your father and change your will, right? There's so many ways. In the internet, on the network, it's not like physical masquerade because we are more on, because we assign even digital signature. So it's more on the entity in the network, yeah, masquerading. So we don't most of the time, okay, we want to see physically, right? Maybe biometric, we can do that, right? So masquerading means we are pretending to be someone else to change the, to read the secret or to change the data and so on. The third one is replaying. Replaying is more like, for example, maybe the token has been used by you to do a transaction, all right? And the time frame is still there. So another person, a bad one, took the token and reuse it to do another transaction. So that means they are replaying. So that's why we call it replaying attack. The fourth one is repudiation. I think you always hear non-repudiation. Non-repudiation, right? So, okay, what's the example that I can give you? Okay, in these days and age of media social, right? We have all these netizens. So people always want to be the first one who break the news, or they want to share, they want the adulation, they want people to praise them. Wah, hebatnya, wah, you're so great, right? So I've seen more than once, quite a number of times where people share their dash cam or share their video and that hope to prove that they are great, or they want netizens to support them, but it backfired. When the thing goes viral, the netizens actually say, what lah, that's why the accident happened, because you drive so fast, it's 160 on your dash cam. And after what that happened, say, oh, why is everybody actually blaming me? So you try to backtrack. You try to say, oh, no, that's not me. Oh, no, I didn't share it. I was being hacked. Hacked, right? So we want to make sure with cryptography, you're not able to do that, because if you sent it, own it. Yes, I sent it. So you cannot retake. You cannot say, not me. You cannot deny that you are the person who sent it. You cannot deny you are the person who sent the message. So that is repudiation attack. So how can we make sure that cryptography can stop people from saying, no, I didn't do that. No, you did that. All right. So that are the two threat to confidentiality, threat to integrity. The third one is threat to availability. So for availability means we have to make sure that the services are available to be used by us, right? So how can an attack that can stop availability is the most famous one I think you've heard, DOS or DDoS, Distributed Denial of Service. Okay, what happened is that, a simple example, usually you use your PC to read email and then you send email, so your PC will process the email, and reply your needs. So there's a lot of things happening in the network, right? Your PC is doing things, your switches are doing things, your routers are doing things. But a simple DDoS is this: you a bad person would like employ a botnet, and mix like some of the PC to send ping. You know what ping is? They just ping, send ICMP packet, send ping packet. So when you send a ping packet, the receiver, the network, the PC in the network has to reply. So what happens is that when you keep on sending ping question, it's like your kids keep on asking. So you have to keep on answering your kid. You are not able to do other things. So that is denial of service. So you cannot cook your family. You cannot do, something like you are more focused on other project that you cannot do the basic one. So that is denial of service. So when packets keep on coming, you have to reply the ping. So you cannot do the actual processing of the email. You cannot do actual, transport, three-way handshake, and SSL and all those things. So that is denial of service. So these are the different attacks that we can categorize. Either they are under confidentiality, threat to confidentiality, or they are threat to integrity, or they are threat to availability. Okay, so how about it? So far, so good? All right, so if you know what, you can always replay, right? Go back and rewatch this. All right, so these are the explanation that you can read from the notes, or you can read on the video. So I'm gonna go over this, but I've explained it just now. Okay. Look, replaying means the attacker obtains a copy of a message sent by user and later tries to replay it, tries to use it again. That's replaying. And this is denial of service, DOS. Very common, easiest way to do it. Okay. Besides, there are another way we can categorize these attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these 7 attacks, we can categorize it either under confidentiality, under integrity, or under availability, right? There's another way we can categorize it, whether they are active or passive. Okay, active attack, push, somebody punch me, actual punching. Yeah, but passive means proper part. You're not touching the guy. You're not touching the message. You're not doing anything. You're just snooping, or you're doing traffic analysis. All right. So confidentiality is a passive attack. Why? Look, snooping. People don't actually grab your answer paper and copy it. No, they just, from their seat, they, like panjang-panjang ke kepala, nak tengok jawapan kan. So that is passive. Another is traffic analysis. They don't touch the message. Yeah, they park the Wireshark in the middle. The message is still going from A to B, but in the middle, they just chop, pause. Let me look, and then send it again. So nobody, sender and receiver didn't realize that the message has been opened. Yeah, because they received the messages, nothing happened, right? So that is passive attack. But those under integrity, they are active. How? Modification. You actually change from 80,000, you're supposed to receive 80,000, you somebody change it to you only receive 2,000. That is an active attack. Yeah, modification. Masquerading. Somebody actually becomes you. Say that you are a different, he is you. So that is active, right? Replaying. Somebody is actually using whatever token or your previous message. Repudiation. You are actually denying that you sent the message. So these four under integrity is an active attack. Denial of service. How about it? It is also active attack because you are sending an actual bot and that thing actually shut down or makes your services haywire. You cannot do the real job. Yeah, that is active attack. So this is a second way of categorizing these attacks. Yeah. Okay. All right. So goals and attacks and categories. Next, we are looking at what are the services and mechanism. They are the same thing. Secret, they are the same thing. But I just want you to have an idea, like the book wants you to understand the big picture of what cryptography is. Don't worry, don't memorize. You can use you can do your mind map, yeah, to help you understand and to help to answer your exam questions. So what are some of the security services? Security provides what? They provide services. Services of, just go back to the goals. They provide confidentiality, they provide integrity, and under integrity, there's like a specific subsection. We call it authentication because we are authenticating the data. We are authenticating the person for integrity. And then we have that non-repudiation just now. Yeah, repudiation under the attack for what attack? Threat to availability, which is threat to integrity, which is an active attack. Non-repudiation service. Yeah. So we provide proof of origin, providing services, proof of delivery, so people cannot deny they sent the message. We can also provide security, can also provide access control. Yeah, so from security, again, who provides this? They are provided by, these four is provided by cryptography. Can crypto provide access control? No, access control is more on other tools, yeah? Okay. How does cryptography provide confidentiality? Through encipherment, encryption. AES, DAS, RSA, L-Gamal, ECC, elliptical encryption. We have quantum cryptography. We have now homomorphic cryptography for big data. So those are the technique, the mechanism we use to provide confidentiality. We also have digital signature to provide integrity. With this digital signature, it confirms that I am Marina, that you are who you say you are, right? We have authentication exchange, traffic padding, routing control, notarization, access control, baca je lah, yeah? So these are the security services. These are the technique, right? So this one provide the services. So have a read, yeah? And we can discuss more during our discussion. So I hope you get the big picture. We have security goals, and 2/3 of the security goals can be provided by cryptography through techniques that you will learn specific and very detailed in our course MECR0013. So another thing that I want to expose you with is, besides cryptography, we do actually have a technique called steganography, but it's not covered. But I just want to introduce to you, yeah, techniques. This is techniques that can achieve our security goals. So first, go back. What is cryptography? Graphy is writing. Calligraphy. Graphy is writing. So crypto is secret. Message from the crypt, right? Cryptography. So it is the science and art of transforming messages to make them secure and immune to attacks. They transform message. A becomes Z, B become Y. They don't hide it. No. They just make it secret. You can see it, but you don't understand it. When you open it, yeah, I got the message. But when you open it, what is this? It doesn't make sense. That's cryptography. You don't hide it. It's in plain sight. People, like your password. You save it in the database, but when people crack it, sorry, not people crack it, when people uh, go into the database, they don't know what the password is. Unless they manage to decrypt it. When they hack it, they can decrypt it, then they can read your password. Yeah. So cryptography is not, you don't hide that. You just make it a secret. Secret just means people can't read it. Secret just means people can understand it, I think. Right? Okay. But if you want to hide it, you can do steganography. So graphy is writing. Stegano means covered in Greek. Okay. Let's look at the example. Okay. So this is actually like a binary number, ASCII code for each pixel. Yeah. So you have a star. Just to make it an example simple. So each pixel, like one box is different ni lah, yeah, binary code. Okay, what you do is you take the LSB. I hope you understand what is LSB? Least significant bit. So you take the LSB and you replace it. Replace it with what? This is the actual secret data that you want to send your friend. A friend called a doctor. So translate it. We're making this simple for you to understand. So A is 0, F is 1, R is 0. So what you do is, okay, I can't see. 1, 0, 0. How do they replace it? Using dictionary. A friend called a doctor. Oh, wait a minute. 100, 100. Which one? Hold on. Let me pause. 100. Or do they do good? Oh, 10. Oh, now I'm confused. Where do they start it? I can't see that number. 111 000. Or they go 101 001 101. Where do they have 101? Okay. But okay. Hold on. So I'm not sure this. So okay. Let me try to make this simple. Maybe in the discussion we can have a look at this. I never realized that the data is not there, because what you can do is you replace. Yeah, you replace it with, you change this LSB with that data. Okay, maybe this is a data before they change. Okay, so replace this one with 0. Replace this with the second one, 1. Replace it with the third one. So this is still 0. Replace it with the fourth one, 0. Replace this with a 1, and you go on. So when you send this data to the receiver, maybe this is blue. Okay, this is blue in color. But when you change the LSB, the value is still blue, but it just like very, very little, because it's just the LSB. So from our normal eyes, we cannot really see the difference. So your message is secret. So nobody knows that actually the picture have actually changed a bit. And why it changed? Because you actually hide your secret data in there. So when you get it, you know there's a secret, so you took it out. Yeah. So that is steganography. Or another simple example, in the old days, in the Roman era, when they want to send a message, they don't want to send it in a scroll. People will know that must be some secret from Monk Anthony to Cleopatra, something like that. So what they do is, okay, way in advance, they will shave the head of the messenger, a boy, a human, and then they will write the answer. They will write the secret on the head, and then they let the hair grow. They don't want to use the wig when people can just stop and look at it. So they let the hair grow naturally. So it took a long time, right? And then they sent the boy to Cleopatra, example. And then Cleopatra will shave the boy's head and read the message from Mark Antony. Kan? Mark Antony is the lover. Who is the boyfriend of Cleopatra? Oh my God, history, but something like that, right? So that is steganography, but I don't cover it in this class. We don't cover it in this class. If you're interested, there are other courses that covers steganography. So that is the introduction to cryptography. I hope you understand. It all comes from the source, which is security. Confidentiality, integrity, availability is the goal of computer security, and cryptography will help us achieve two of the goals, which is confidentiality and integrity. How? What are the mechanism? These are the one. We're going to use symmetric key. What happened to the T? Symmetric key encipherment. Encipherment, another name, encryption. And symmetric means you use this key to close the door. You use the same key to open the door. So how can we make sure that key is safe and only known by the person who closed it or the person who opened it, the people in the house? How can we make sure the key does not drop into intruders? Oh, you don't want that, right? How can we make it safe? Cryptography will make the key safe. Second one is interesting. You close it with one key, but you open it with another key, not the same key. Two sets of key. We call it public key, private key. So we call it asymmetric because they're not the same. Same thing. We're going to use a key. All right? So that's how we provide confidentiality and encipherment. So this is the C part. Then we're going to talk. So this is 70% of the book of our lecture. And then our class. Then we're going to have integrity. Yeah, the I part, the integrity. So we're going to use hashing. We're going to use digital signature, right? And then we also going to integrity. We cannot escape to talk about authentication, which is also under integrity. Then biometric, kan? Apa lagi? Okay, kan. And lastly, because we use a lot of keys, right? We have to learn how can we make the key safe, how can we transport the key, how can we make sure the key doesn't fall into bad hands. So we're going to learn about key management. Yeah? The most famous one is Diffie-Hellman. Kalau pernah dengar lah. Alright, so but we don't cover network security. We don't have enough time. So I hope you get the idea. Alright? So this is the end of chapter 1. Yep. This is the end of chapter 1. You can replay the video and then look at the slides and then come with questions for our discussion. You can also look at the tutorial that I upload on e-learning, and then don't forget to watch the second video, which is traditional cryptography. So see you later. Bye. Assalamualaikum.